Our every foe shall fall. They'll fall before us.
The men are eager to get to it.
Ready and willing.
Hello and welcome everyone, Larhart here with part 22 of the Alba Let's Play for Total War Saga Thrones of Britannia. We continue where we left things off last time. Thank you once again for your comments, advice, tactics and suggestions. They're all greatly appreciated, do keep them coming. So it's time to begin our invasion of Northern Ireland. We have 5 armies at the ready, although I think I'll stick to my original plan that quite a few of you guys seem to agree with, of sending 2 armies to each province. We've got these 2 over here to complete our long kingdom victory objective, and then we'll face off against the ultimate victory. So I'm going to leave 1 army back here to start with. If we see a large Irish counterattack to our invasion of Northern Ireland, then we'll send the 5th army in. If not, after a few turns we'll start pulling the 5th army probably to a more central position in our territory, just to prepare for the Viking invasion fleets of the ultimate victory, as I don't know where they'll spawn on in. So if we pull that army back to a central position, we'll be able to then send it out, hopefully more effectively and efficiently than if we just leave it down here. Okay, there's a chance if they do spawn this way, it'll be closer, but we should probably pull it back towards the middle. Probably need to recruit another army to sit back at home and defend, but I'll probably wait until we see where the Viking invasion fleets spawn, and then we can muster up some forces in a settlement to defend. So with that in mind, the army that I'm going to leave behind, one or two of you are suggesting it was the Deadly Snakes, because they're sort of a slightly more low tier army, but I'm actually going to leave the men of Alba back with Jogan, the king's brother, just because he's got more missile units in there, all the Highland sharpshooters and crossbows, and that'll be good if we can get him into a fortified settlement, a provincial capital, because then he can rain down death from above. You guys are saying I should get as many swords into all my invading armies as possible, and to try and get Corsantin with as many king's blades as possible, so we'll do that. Give him these 2 from here, swap out some of those axes.
Move on out.
And then, in fact, we'll completely swap out all of Corsantin's axes for these 2 extra Alban warriors. So he's got all the swords because they're just more effective. So that's good. So we're going to send Corsantin. I think he can go after Aelig over here. So it's going to take a few turns there. He'll land. I'm not going to split all my armies up and go for sort of 1 settlement each, just because if the Irish counterattack is strong, and I mean, we're going to be facing all of Ireland. They're all going to turn on us because they're all vassalized under Mead pretty much, so they will all turn on us. So I do expect them to turn up with multiple stacks, and if we just send in 1 army on its own, it's probably going to be pretty darn risky. Although I might pull these guys down here just to take a look at Athana, just to see if there's anyone about here, because if not, we can quickly sneak in there, because the garrison here isn't that great. We're going to dispatch... I'm trying to think. You know, I'm going to send Riggin. I'm going to send Riggin with the king. Kind of feel like the king would travel with his most veteran commander for this campaign. And these guys that are yet to earn any command will move over here. Although, yeah, you guys are gonna stay here just to start with in case we need your help. But then after a few turns, we'll send you to a more central position. We could begin the invasion right now, but I think I'm going to wait another turn until these guys can at least get on land here. And then we'll commit. Plus, we need this army to get a bit closer over here and to see what's going on. So I think we're all good to end the turn now. So let's do that. The fate of Northern Ireland commence. Be revealed. Kind of wondering what we'll do once we've taken those regions, because... Oh, on Cloud 9. Oh, he's so happy. Public order everywhere. Or +1 loyalty for him. He's 6 loyalty. Public order everywhere. Good. Trying to improve your public order here, guys. The thing is, if I upgrade any of these, it's just going to make it worse. So I'm not going to do that just yet. We can actually do a decree. I'm going to hold off for now. I don't think we need that. Probably want to pop the replenishment one, though, in a few turns. Time to declare war. They can land this turn, so do it. Declare war. There's nothing I can do because they're not at war with anybody else that I could just join through, so it's going to bring all of these guys in. Oh, Connacht's just down there. These guys are going to join on in, and obviously Mead itself. Okay, so we're going to... Oh, wait, that's all of these guys as well. Crap. And yeah, Mead's all of that. So yeah, there's actually not that many factions in Ireland. There's a lot less in this campaign than there were in my Gwyneth Let's Play. There were still quite a few minor factions all down here that Mead had just vassalized, but they've just absorbed them all at this point. So yeah, let's crack on and declare that. There we go. The war begins.
War it is, then.
But yeah, I don't know if depending on the severity of the Viking invasion for the ultimate victory, if we'll be able to hold on to these regions, we might just have to let them fall. Because I assume we still get the long kingdom... Well, we'll get it... We'll trigger it once we capture those, but we don't need to then hold on to all of them, I wouldn't have thought. It might actually be safe to let them retake it, but then it's like, well, they could then start invading us. Because I doubt I'll be able to get a peace. So I'm hoping that by conquering these two regions, we can then force a peace relatively quickly. We'll probably just have to smash their armies that come after us. Just have to wait and see, really. Let's move over here. If things look bad, next turn we won't go for it. Ooh, that needs to be fought, because otherwise it looks like I'm going to lose a lot more troops than that. They do not have great men in there. I mean, they've got some veterancy to them. Ooh, which one's this? Is that the one with the little pass through there? I think it is. Yeah, I know the one. I know the one well. It's probably one of my favourite maps from Thrones. But like, the garrison needs to be triple the size to make this more of an interesting fight. So we should be able to get through here and break them pretty quickly. Nice dry day for landing and sieging. Start deployment. Okay. Cavalry, we're probably not going to get to use you in this siege, I wouldn't have thought. Can't bring you around this way because there's been a rock slide. And if the AI pops a barricade here, they're actually, if they have any troops here, they'll be trapped in because they won't be able to retreat through. Because I don't think the AI will destroy its own barricades. Right, I'm going to land with the spears first to try and pin the enemy units in place at the beach. Then we'll follow up with those guys and then more axes. Although actually, just had a thought. Just had a thought. Just get all these guys together. Shuffle them up a little bit so they can all fit there. I'm thinking if I send my archers round, the other landing point on this map is here, and then we hit them from the flanks with the axes as well. So let's do all of that. Get those archers and those axes to move over here. Yeah, they've deployed, I think, by the looks of it, they don't have a massive garrison anyway. Could well beat all their forces. But yeah, if we can pin them with the spears, and they don't cut through the spears too quickly, which hopefully they won't. Hopefully we can flank them with 4 units of axemen that will land with the archers to give them a bit of protection, then move on in behind. Got the swords and spears moving in over here. Over there, please. I think they've actually got a unit deployed back here anyway, which is good. Oh no, they're bringing some swords over. It's fine. I'm kind of tempted with my archers to land with them first to try and draw the swords to us. Might even, I don't know if we'll draw more of them back so it would weaken this landing point. Triple speed. Come on, axes. Get them in position first, then I'll land with the archers. Right. In you go, archers. fact, 3 of them can go in straight away now, so let's get them in. And we'll send this last one in when there's a space. Speed, triple speed, triple speed, triple speed. Move forward. Land here first, then we'll begin our beach assault over there. In fact, yep, we can already see they're starting... Oh no, they're just shuffling around a little bit. Volley! You guys go in there. Nice. Right. They're shuffling. They actually bring up their swords in straight away. Come on, get landing. Gonna sit there and take it, are they? That's fine if we take out one of their sword units. It's fine with me. Right, they're all here now. Let's get those axes moving forward. No time to waste. Form up quickly. That's it. Hold your lines, hold your lines. That's what you're there for. Swordsman, get round. That's it. Oh, those guys are going anyway. So with the axemen, the rest of them will just pull them over here. Archers move on up quickly. That's it. Spears to hold. In fact, you guys could actually sneak on out, I reckon. Just gonna bring these guys round and go for those javelins. Go off those jabs. Hold!
Have lost the will to fight.
Oh, yeah, that's my spears. That's fine. We've got axes reinforcing. More swords to flank on round. Straight off the ship and into battle. That's it. Bowman, get over here. We're moving in from behind. They'll never see us coming. Reinforce. Break them from behind. Archers, you guys move on up. That's it. Perfect. Perfecto. Right, they're all dead. So reform over here. In fact, archers set up round by the tower. Be able to fire on down the battle line then. We'll plug that gap. Beautiful. Just seen like 3 or 4 units go. And yeah, they've got a unit of surf archers that's pulled back here, but they've been blocked in by their own barricaders, I thought. Nice. Volley! Highland sharpshooters. Tear them all down. Beautiful. There we go. They've all gone. They're all just standing still as well when they routed, because they've got nowhere to go. So we only lost one spear unit that fully broke.
Don't hold back. Quick march. End this siege.
Just capturing that tower.
The enemy's tower has been destroyed.
There we go. Mainly because I just want to take all my archers forward to go after theirs. If it doesn't break by the time it reaches us. Got the carnage down here on the beach. Volley!
The ocean
Boom.
favors us. Victory is ours.
They're just standing still because they have nowhere to run. Kind of want to line these guys up and go for a flaming shot firing line. It's the last one I'm saying there. My spears that are left over are just standing there because they've got nowhere to go. There's nowhere they can escape. With that barricade in place, they can't run through the city. You guys know what to do. Volley! What's that smell? Crispy Irishman. Gotta give it to him though, just standing there. You're like, come on, fire at me, bruh. You think at least you weren't on fire when you died? Oh, end battle. 472. Not too bad. That'll do. That'll do. Continue. Keep that spear unit. Good, it didn't die completely. And they're becoming much. Didn't they used to become your vassal when you liberated? It would be much better if they became our vassal, because actually, if they could become vassals through liberating them, that would be amazing. Because one of our bonus, legitimacy bonus, or is it? Yeah, plus 50% income for vassal kingdoms. But also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, let's just have a quick look. I think it says long kingdom victory, fully control following provinces of direct ownership or through vassals. Yeah, so if we can make them vassals, we wouldn't need to hold on to it ourselves. Damn, but we can't do that anymore because they've changed it so that it says to become military allies. Damn, upgrade that. Upgrade that. That's fine. Right. You guys are going to go in there. You guys are over there. Oh, research as well. What am I going for? I'm going for the Market Cross. Oh, yes, research. You guys were saying that the Royal Cavalry, which replaces Royal Horsemen, which I unlocked here, they're a separate unit. They're not a General's Bodyguard. That is this unit, the Royal Bodyguard here. Ah, so we can get... Where even are they? Ah, they're there. Damn, yeah, they're really nice. We should try and get some of them then. In fact, I should probably... we could swap some over for some King's Blades and stuff. Let's do that at the start of next turn, then we'll sort out this army to make it a bit... We'll get rid of some of the axes, basically. You guys are alright for the most part, in fact. There wasn't actually too many casualties, just the spears, mainly. You'll be good to go in a few turns. Okay, maybe not so many. I mean, might be better just to merge you two together. In fact, let's just merge all the spears together. I'd be very, very tempted to throw in some units here as well, actually. But I do want 2 more spears. Already stronger than they were before. Do we have enough money to throw in some swords here? I was going to throw them into that other army, but actually King's Blade should go in Corsantin's army. But, yeah, it would take ages to replenish them up, so... I pop them in. It's going to take a while for them to replenish up, though, isn't it? No, we'll pop them into this army that's safely over there. Those guys will be fine for now. Right, let's end the turn. And then we'll move on Lathana next turn, so long as no armies suddenly show up right by it. Okay, they brought up 20 stack there. Viking Raiders in the south. Cool. Right, decree. I don't want any of that really. I just want that one. But a 4 turns so I can enact it. I want to get some more buildings gone. But they can't reach us straight away. No, that's fine. So we should be able to bring an army down from the provincial capital. Occupy.
Oh, yes.
It's upset someone, so I should probably... I'm assuming that's because states are low. Okay, I probably can't just offer him some loyalty when he's on 0. He'll cause a civil war if I don't deal with him as well. So it's a religious estate. That's why. There we go. Happy now.
We will not fail you.
I'm not gonna move all the way down. I'm just gonna move to here.
Move it now.
And we'll encamp, so we'll still replenish relatively well, so we can move here with 2 armies against them, because yeah, we just need that one. That's actually not part of our province, is it? No, it's part of the A-League province. So once we grab that one, we just need to hold on to these 3, and then we've got one of the victory provinces sorted.
You can count on us.
Corsantin, in you go.
Pick up those feet. We are
Riggin,
eager
in you
for
go as
glory.
well. Yeah, you guys, I don't want to upset you by building more industry just yet, not until we've got more of the church stuff in there. So I think you are highest earner anyway. Breathclute, yes you are. If we do want to build another army up though, to counter the ultimate victory Viking invaders, we will need more food. I could go for that, but I'd rather have the extra income. Still gives us some food, but we're going to need to do it now, aren't we? That gives us way more income, but I don't think I can afford to take that sort of hit. So we'll just upgrade that. More industry. Gives a little bit more food production. It's going to take 10 turns. That's why I really want to enact that in 4 turns' time. Get all these going quicker. Be rather nice. Alright, end the turn again. Oh, there's gold in that region there. Very nice. Okay, ooh, moving up 2 armies.
My abilities are growing.
Ample supply, somewhat influential. Who's upset now? Tudon. Oh, he could be boosted. We do lose some influence. Bribe with words. 9, but that hasn't upset anybody else, so that's good. Governor, 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 governor. Scribe. Oh, you're not good for that, are you? Oh, it's because you're a general, really. Well, yeah, we've already actually got a point in Quartermaster. And your wife is a shield maiden. Were you just the... Oh, yeah, no, you... yeah, you were a general, weren't you? You're a builder, though. Well, got to do it. We get more income anyway. You guys are actually happy for once. It's nice. Could assign a governor there, but we can only have 10, so that's fine. Have they changed that in the recent...
None shall stand against us.
or the upcoming beta, does anybody know? Corsantin, siege.
No mercy.
We can't go straight in, so we will need to get equipment. Could go for 2 turns, just have all the towers. I might well do that, actually. I know we've got Rig and reinforcing.
Get them now.
I mean, it is in our favour there, for sure. Let's just, yes, maximise the towers. Let's go for a big old siege. What's it look like? Oh, it's that one, yeah, round walls.
Bring me their head.
That'll be fine. I don't think they can send anyone to stop us because they can't get past to us. So they're basically going to try and force a battle. Oh, they've gone down. I thought it was 220 stats. It's gone down to 13. Okay.
None shall stand
We should move in and then set up defences by it.
Down for now.
Annoying that there aren't ambushes in this, because that would have been really rather nice.
War is what we do best. Right then.
Stay tight there.
There we go.
Already.
Have those two together and see if they move on us. They might
Not possible.
go over that way. We'll see what they do. To be fair, if I'm not sure if I can hold on to these, we should probably build... Or I'm not sure how many armies I can leave behind in Ireland. We should probably definitely build the patrols. So let me get rid of that building. Fortified up with patrol. I'm not going to build anything else besides up getting that main line building going. Oh yes, I was going to pop some troops in here, wasn't I? That's what I was going to do. How many can we get? Okay, so 4 axes can go away to get 4 swords. Plus I was going to put another cavalry unit in there. So we'll get rid of 5. Let's get rid of the ones with the least amount of veterancy. Royal horses. Nice. So yeah, we'll have you guys going. So I think once you guys are fully replenished, that's when we'll start moving you. Ah, yes, we've got all of our bits here, haven't we? Church income, yeah, we've got to keep with that. The last one's going to be the market crossing there. I'm going to get that upgraded so we can get it in there as soon as possible. That's all our money for the turn, basically. So let's see what happens if there's going to be a battle here or whether we get to fight the siege before we end the episode today. Oh, they're coming in. They're coming in. Oh, you cheeky sods. Cheeky sods. They've sieged the settlement. Ah. They've sieged the settlement and then gone off this one on his own. But the thing is, if I retreat back, they're just going to turn. I'm going to retreat back, because at least I'll save this army, unless it's going to pull... If they don't follow up, they're fools. They are fools! Nice. You sillies. Definitely the right choice, because now I can pull this army back to strike these guys, which will... Well, actually, will it? If I strike that army, will it break the siege of that one? I don't actually know. We just move this army round to here and then sally on out, basically. But we'll do that at the start of the next episode because we're going to have our... Oh, wait, no, we've got to wait another turn anyway, haven't we? All the siege equipment here. Okay, no, we'll have that siege next time. We'll do this battle here today. Have this one then. So let's pull you... If I have them coming in from behind them, that would be great, because they're a weaker force anyway.
Heading for glory.
Our bravery is...
Yeah, he's coming on in. We're drawing both those armies in. Yeah, we've got the... Oh, they're... Somehow they're in the village. Doesn't make any sense, but okay, let's dive on in. Take him down. Thanks for being sillies, Mr. AI. So, okay, they've got their main army coming in from behind me. So with this force, I'm just going to push forward them and sandwich them in between my reinforcements. Then we'll turn around and deal with them. I might even pull into the little village and make a stand there, because I think that could be quite fun. Generals over that way. They've got some horse boys there. Throw all my cavalry here to just charge their generals straight on. What sort of missile troops they got? They've got hounds, wolf hounds, in fact. Nice, good doggos. Yo, I'm afraid I'm going to shoot you. Javelin, so we can outrange them with my crossbows, but we'll still have them tucked behind a spear line.
Swordsman,
Then King's Blades here,
yours to command.
and for whatever reason, if they do manage to get some troops in behind, we'll have those guys there. Grab the whole formation.
It shall
Got to move forward quick before their reinforcements get in and harass us.
cavalry.
Gonna get my cavalry
The
moving
enemy
pronto.
tremble before our superior numbers.
Drive the horses. Set for war. Very well. Run, warriors. Cheer. Awaiting orders.
That's it. Tear those javelins down. Pull back on in.
Swordsman. Quick march. Enemy charge. Pound the air. Javelin. Eager to fight.
We've got to get moving pronto.
Horsemen, attack.
I can see trouble ahead.
Get them. Cavalry. Take cover. Swordsman. Form up. Hit hard. Aspen. On that double. Spearman. 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 Set for war.
General moving.
Our general is under attack.
Strike now. Get them.
See, they flee before our might.
Shift yourself. Ride hard. Take your steeds. Annihilate them. Good march. Make in haste. Horsemen. Everybody hit hard. Shift yourselves. Annihilate them. Beware of this battle. Aspen.
Crossbows turn around.
Run, warriors. Ready. Pound the air. Enemies beware. Overrun them.
Go, 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 guys.
Ride the horses. Annihilate them.
The enemy general is dead.
Archers, form up! Quick march! Form up, men! Spirit! Don't hold back! Ready for war! Pound the earth! On the double! Don't hold back! Cheer up! Everybody brace! Awaiting orders! Take cover! Bowman! Bowman!
Pull back.
Horsemen! Hit
I
hard!
need these guys broken so that we can pull everybody else back. I've got to pull back with these guys now if I want my plan to work out, rather.
Strike now! Get them! Don't hold back! Attack! Horsemen! Our troops are leaving the field! Enemies beware! Watch from it! Horsemen!
Pull back.
It's a rout. Our
Broken one of
warriors
my
flee
crossbows.
the battle.
Okay, right. Crossbows. Everybody else, pull back, run. Run! Flee! At this point, just throw that cavalry unit forward.
Our men have turned tail and run. The cowards.
cavalry round to harass the flanks.
See, they flee before our might.
Archers!
Make them fear us.
Quick march!
Just let us
Eager to fight!
enemies beware. Everybody brace. Horsemen! Beware missiles! Swordsman!
We're probably taking way more casualties by fighting it this way, but seems a bit more fun and epic to do it this way.
Force to command. Aye, we will.
Hold for the doggos!
Enemies, beware!
Roll
Battle
over them.
formation! Get them!
Horsemen! Right cavalry! Annihilate them! Spearmen! Swordsmen! Get them! Crush! Swordsmen!
Our men run from the enemy. This is shameful.
Send them packing orders! Pound the earth! Yours to command!
Horsemen!
Ready! Faster! Faster! Shift yourselves!
Kick your steeds! Swordsmen! Hurry it up!
Boys have gone in!
Yours to command!
The men have been routed. They are leaving the field.
Swordsmen! Faster!
Make it ready! Run, warriors! Making ready!
Don't hold back! Swordsmen! Right hard!
I'm gonna save these King's Blades, but they're just getting wrecked at the rear.
Shift yourself!
They turn and fight them just long enough for my cavalry to come on in.
To battle!
Marksmen!
Horsemen! Quick march, men!
Hurry it up! Hurry it up!
Those spears, you guys stay there. You're just pinning them nicely for repeated cavalry charges.
Cavalry! Cavalry! Cheer!
Right, swordsman, run.
See, they flee before our might.
Oh. Game, have we crashed? I think we may have crashed. It's frozen. Okay, so we're back. So the game completely locked up. In fact, it locked up my whole PC. I couldn't tab out. I couldn't run Task Manager. I had to just reset my PC. Thankfully, I was able to stop the recording, so it didn't muck that up. And the only reason I can see for why the game locked up like that in that battle was that, as you can see, the game looks a little bit different right now with some of the UI elements, and that's because Creative Assembly have just released their Steel and Statecraft update for Thrones of Britannia, which is save game compatible. I mean, it's not as bad as the Allegiance update, which wrecked my food, so we should be able to keep playing the rest of this campaign on the Steel and Statecraft update, which is what we're currently on. So they've moved notifications down here, and you can kind of see individual notifications for bits and pieces. Some of the UI here I think looks a little bit broken now, like that's not got an image. I think it's because obviously we're mid-game. If we start a new one, it will work properly. I think they've done away with the some of the usurper allegiance traits and things like that and different systems, and you now got these little flags over your army, so it's easier to see where they are, I guess. But yeah, notifications are there. You can still right-click on them to clear them completely, and there's a notification or enable/disable notifications there. Estates have been overhauled again. Governors, you can see it's now got an option to replace the governor of this province with a selected character, or just remove current one from there. It's still kind of a shame they haven't had the system to add in more governors, because I really don't see a reason why it should be capped at 10. Like, I think it should be tied. Like, you should be able to unlock as many governors as you want once you reach perhaps the Long Kingdom victory. I mean, maybe that's the case, because obviously we haven't hit that Long Kingdom objective just yet. So maybe it will increase then. I think that's what they should have, to be honest, for governors, because yeah, it just seems a bit silly that after a while you can't. I mean, like in Warhammer, it's not like you're limited to a certain number of commandments as such. Okay, a governor is more powerful, I guess, but still, I like the idea that you're not restricted. You can have a governor in every single one of your provinces eventually. But yeah, estates now for generals give straight up influence and loyalty across all of them. So noble estates give +2 loyalty, +1 influence. Religious estates give +1 influence, +1 loyalty, and agricultural estates give +1 influence, +1 loyalty, it seems, as well. Obviously, Riggan's got 2 agricultural estates, so he's got +2, +2. For the king, though, agricultural estates give you +10 food production faction-wide if the king has them. Religious estates give no influence to the king, but they give +2 to faction allegiance, faction-wide, and noble estates are now probably one of the best ones for the king to have. I think they were before, though, actually. They give +2 influence and +3% tax all provinces. So currently, because Corsantin's got 2 of them, he's got +4 influence and +6% tax, which is just, that's brilliant. Apparently, here. Oh, he's got -10 from that one. Is that because he doesn't like agricultural estates or something? I'm annoying there's these white bars here. I need to look deeper into the update to see what all the changes are. This man is much happier on dry land. He's not that much useful on a ship, so he's a landlubber. Okay. But yeah, it looks like maybe that's because he doesn't want agricultural estates, region and province. Or I guess some of them that don't like agricultural estates will now output less. Yeah, he doesn't like them either, clearly. Or maybe by giving them away. Maybe if they've got more than a few, it starts losing food. I don't know, because Riggan's fine with his. And these guys are all fine. So yeah, I need to dive deeper into the patch notes to check all the tweaks and changes. So that's what I'll be doing there. I don't really know where else the other changes. They've done a recruitment change, actually. I seem to remember. So it's now not a percentage of a unit showing up. It's now just a number of turns till it replenishes. So yeah, there you go. King's Blade will replenish in 1 more turn, so that means another will be available in the pool. So it's now much closer to Medieval 2's system, where you just had to wait a certain number of turns for units to replenish. And I think this is a great change. That's definitely a lot better, rather than having the percentage chance, a sort of dice roll to it. Never really seemed to like that, but I really like the mustering system in this game. It's actually something I'd like. One of the few things, that and the siege maps is something I'd like to see carried over from Thrones. The rest of it I still think is very much lacking. It's still a very shallow game, but we'll see how the Steel and Statecraft patch influences things. So yeah, we're still, because obviously we didn't have a save before that battle, we've gone back to the turn before. We've gone through an end turn phase, so we'll move this army back round to here. And it's up to you guys if you want to see me fight this battle again at the start of the next episode, see if we can do better than we were doing, perhaps pull my troops back a little bit further, or just rush forward from the start a bit more. Or whether you just want me to auto-resolve this, seeing as we were nearly at the end of that battle before it crashed. But yes, we'll check out more of the Steel and Statecraft patch next episode, as well as sieging A-Lake as well. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Apologies for the crash, but it seems that, rather annoyingly and stupidly actually, when the game updates, it just freezes up your game. It definitely shouldn't do that while you're playing. It should give you a notification saying, hey, you want to probably stop now because there's an update. I know obviously on my part I could change my settings so that it doesn't automatically update my games, but I always normally do want them updated. If for whatever reason you don't want to play with the Steel and Statecraft patch on one of your existing campaigns, you can go to the beta tab of Thrones of Britannia in Steam and just choose the Allegiance patch, and that will take you back down to the previous version of the game. But this one seems a lot more save game friendly than the Allegiance patch was, so I will definitely try and keep playing with it, and hopefully it won't break anything down the line. But yes, until the next one, I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, take pride and join the Legion. Check out my affiliates and sponsors, Games Planet, Overclockers UK, QT, and MSI. Till the next one, ciao for now.